Hey guys, how's it going? Josh Halter, the Bio Dude. Visit me on the web at www.thebiodude.com. Today, I'm going to briefly go over my pink-toed tarantula BioActive kit. So essentially, what I'm using here is the Vivarium by Zumed, which is roughly 2.9 gallons. This is nice for a young spiderling or like a sling or like a sub-adult. But when you get to an adult pink-toe, you're gonna want to keep them, in my opinion, like a 10-gallon vert or a 12 by 12 by 18, and set them up in something nice. So for starters, I'm gonna take the lid off, and as you can see, the substrate of choice that I'm using is my terra firma. Now the terra firma does good in tropical as far as wetter biomes that sometimes have a drier period. What it's meant to do is hold in the proper amount of moisture while being aerated enough to let air reach the very bottom layer to prevent anaerobic bacterial growth while promoting proper root development in your plants as well as your springtail and isopod development. So what I'm going to do as far as setting this up, I'm going to open up the bag of Firma right here. And I'm actually just going to take from my mister, is a fresh thing of water here. I always dechlorinate it, we're up to safe. I've been using this stuff for a long time, it's never failed me. So I dechlorinate it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to lightly mist the bag like this. And then I'm going to dump in to get the bag wet around the side. Okay, perfect. So you're going to have a little bit of substrate left over, but you could always have enough BioActive substrate. So what you're going to do from there is you're going to get this evenly distributed across the bottom layer. I'm actually going to put a little bit more in here because this isn't as much as I'd like. Okay. Perfect. So get it nice and even, or you can scape it to be higher on one side, whatever you'd like. Now, since pink-toed tarantulas require a little bit of humidity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the biodegradables that I have, which is the New Zealand sphagnum moss. Just going to dump in a little bit of water. I'm going to get it nice and saturated in the bag. Okay? So you're going to pull it out, take about baseball size, maybe a little bit less. So it's wet but not dripping. And you're going to spread this on the very top layer of your kit. Okay. And then you're going to mix it all up. So what this does, not only does it really promote air pockets, but it helps create humidity pockets as well. And then I'm going to do it one more time and just lightly spread just a little bit on the top. From there, you add in your springtails and isopods, which are very important. So what they're going to do is they're both going to breed in this tank, and what they do is break down dead insects, such as the leftover crickets that your spiders may leave behind, as well as break down any fecal matter or leftover molts as well. So that's definitely a great thing. They also go through the soil, generate the air pockets needed for proper root development in your plants. So I'm going to take a piece of cork here, and I'm actually going to dig a pretty deep hole to the very bottom, and I'm going to put the cork in. So what I just did is created a little hide to go underneath. What this hide's going to be is always pretty humid. So if your tarantula for some reason wants to go on the ground into a little bit of a humidity, such as something a pink-toe does, this gives them an option. Next step I'm going to do here is I'm going to plant the plant. Now, for tarantulas, you really don't want bright light. They don't like bright light. They can deal with light that's ambient in your room. So the fern that I have in here, that's what this fern can deal with, is light and easy. So the amount of light that you get from having it be near your windowsill. Okay, and then I'm going to simply plant it like you would anything else. I'm going to put a little bit, just a little bit, of the moss around the plant. Now, you see me use a lot of moss in just a little bit of space. The reason I'm doing this is because pink toes need high humidity, or decent humidity. They also need really good airflow. So that's going to leave your air a little bit drier, but your substrate moist where it needs to be moist. And that's what's going to do the trick for you. And then I'm going to put in a nice one of my grapevine pieces, which is great for invert habitats. I'm going to put this, I'm going to put that right here. Oh yeah. And then add in some leaf litter. Now what the leaf litter does is very important. This is fuel for your springtails and isopods. As this breaks down, it provides organic nutrition, which helps go back into your soil, as well as provides food for your bugs. All right. Then I got a small deli cup right back here in the corner. That's where I'm gonna put the water dish. And then from there, gonna give this a decent mist. As you can see, you have a completed little landscape in a 2.5 gallon tank. Now, I would dig this too, like these Vivariums, for really small micro geckos and have them on my office, my desk. So you can see here, again, my name is Josh Halter, the owner of the BioDude. Check out my website at thebiodude.com for kits like this and more, and check out the rest of my YouTube channel and my Facebook. The dude abides. Thank you.